I thought I'd pick some nice dramatic music to start the stream with, but that turns out to be significantly less dramatic than I was hoping for. Anyway, hello, how are we all doing? Let's just make sure that the live stream is up and running as it should be. It seems to be. Fantastic. Can you pop a message in the chat if you are able to see this? Purely because this is the first time that I've done a watch-along thing, which means that my entire setup is completely different. It's not how it should be. I'm not streaming on the platform I thought I'd be streaming on at the start of the day. It's fun, basically. Madness. I love it. On the subject of madness and on the subject of loving it, oh boy, Leeds United are going to be an adventure today, aren't they? Oh, don't know how I'm feeling about that one. Against one of the worst teams on current form in the division, whilst being a little bit wobbly, shall we say. That's thank you, the Orange Raider. Thank you for letting me know. Whilst being a little bit wobbly on form, it's kind of scary, isn't it? I'd like to feel a lot more comfortable with this match, but Birmingham are a team that are looking absolutely dreadful, and I know for a fact we're going to win something like 6-0, or, and this is the slightly more likely feeling one, we're going to lose in the most embarrassing fashion possible. So, before kickoff, I kind of want to know what you guys think. What do you think the score is going to be for full time? Do we win? Do we lose? Is it a really disappointing, bland, boring 0-0 draw? Because I think it could be absolutely anything at this point. Also, I'm going to have to move things around because my way of viewing keeps being as broken as feasibly possible. 1-0 Birmingham win, 3-0 Bamford 2 and Dan James. I'm going to get onto the team news in a minute because I am a lot more excited by it than a lot of people. Because I am one of those rare people that actually quite likes Patrick Bamford. Because I think what he does in this system could be really good. His pressing will sort of free up Ruter to do all the other stuff. Christopher Clausen is a less positive one. I'm sort of fond of Christopher Clausen because I like a good goalkeeper, but I feel like there's a reason he's been behind Darlow in the pecking order, and a broken thumb isn't how you want it to go. Thank you, Charles Glynn. 2-1 Leeds. I'd rather it be 2-0, but I completely understand why you assume we're going to concede a goal. Because that's just what we do best, isn't it? Disappoint ourselves. Outside of that, we've brought in Kamara for Gruev. I kind of get that because we'll need a bit of a playmaker. Spence out, for Archie Gray is one that I've seen be a little bit more controversial than I expected, because I've seen so many people say that they're disappointed with the fact that Jed Spence hasn't had the impact that they thought he'd have. But, like, you can't then complain because he's not being picked, because if anyone knows how he's going to play, it's going to be Daniel Farke, who watches him in training for something like 20 hours a week, understands his mentality, understands his playing style. I'm just in that weird spot where I'm like, I'm just going to trust the boss, I think. Admittedly, it's not gone well the past few weeks. But, sod it. Let me be an optimist. It's fine. Also, I might as well put this out there. If there's anything you guys want to see in terms of from the stream, just let me know. Because, as I said, it's my first of these watch-alongs. Kind of want it to go quite well. So if there's anything that I don't think of that you guys do, just shout it at me. That'd be massively appreciated if you could. Thank you. I'm now trying to find a method of viewing that doesn't have Birmingham commentary. The visual radio, everyone's favourite. Also, very important. If you've not yet, if you could, I would massively appreciate if you could just pop a like on the stream. That just makes sure that the VOD is pushed out to more people, it helps with the channel's growth, all that good stuff. And in addition to that, I know that I might be getting a new audience because this is a new thing, so subscribe if you're not yet. It's hugely appreciated. I'm pushing on to try and get the channel in some way monetized by my birthday as a nice little treat to myself. If I can get there, it'd be absolutely fantastic, but I might need you guys on the journey. So, thank you. Much appreciated. For some reason, LUTV is being a monster, so it might have to be Birmingham Television or whatever the hell they call it. I think they're still on a version of iFollow, if I remember rightly, which is a little bit sad. You'd think that they'd, like, have higher opinions of themselves by this point, but iFollow seems to be the way it is. Like, I don't want to see adverts for Birmingham City kits, to be completely honest with you. But it's fine. We'll get by. Anyone else got any predictions for the score? I think I am going to go something like 3-1. Because as much as I'd like a clean sheet, I'm also aware that we've got a goalkeeper in who hasn't played football in a very long time. And I know that that doesn't necessarily add up to good results as much as you'd like it to. So there's a hope there that Klaassen does quite well, because Klaassen in the 21s, anytime I've seen him, is fine enough, I'd say. Not quite the best of performers, but solid, I suppose. Whether or not that actually bears true in the match, we will have to find out. Also, I've done something quite fancy with the timer. It's very nice. I know you can't see my mouse right now, but you see there's a little bit up here. That bit. Yeah. At some point, and it took me half an hour to set this up, and I know it's the least impressive and nerdiest thing that I could possibly do, but I've managed to get it so the moment it becomes visible, it starts running, and the moment it becomes invisible, it stops running. So, in a perfect world, which I don't know if it's this one, I will be able to stop that bang on half time, start that again after half time, and we will be absolutely perfect with the timer working as expected. This is absolutely a technical test just to see if everything works, but considering it is for now, I'm quite happy with it. That's a good point. What do you guys think about the changes in the lineup? Because I'm still a little bit confused by it. I think it's a good lineup, but I wasn't expecting Farke to make all of those same changes at the same time. They were all changes that could be made. They were all changes that I fully understand and make sense to me. But making them all simultaneously isn't very Daniel Farke. I don't know where I stand on it. I like the changes, on an individual level and as a unit. I'm just a bit spooked. The hope is that it ends up with a result. The hope is Patrick Bamford scores about 7 goals. No, sorry, Patrick Bamford today alone overtakes Crescencio Somerville on the scoring charts and dances his way to a place in the first team, or we sell him for 70 million quid. But it's not the most realistic of situations, as much as we can dream. I am also going to take a risk today. I'm going to whack Flash Score up so I can see the other scores that happen in the league. Sunderland 2, Preston 0 is a little bit spooky, because we could really do without them being too good. Right, Flash Score is the way that I can hide you, because I don't want to see the Leeds score, but I want to see every other score. How about the important ones? How about I highlight Leicester, highlight Southampton, and Ipswich. Who else is important around us? West Brom? Yeah. Keep you guys updated on the West Brom score. I'll hold in the conversation. Let's have a look at the Championship table, shall we? So going into this, we can, in theory, drop into 5th, which isn't good. We can't catch Southampton because we've had a stinky few games. But it could be worse. We could be in worse positions here. Sunderland, Hull and Bristol, I think I'll keep a track of as well. So Bristol City, Millwall and Sheffield Wednesday versus Hull. And I don't think there's any other matches that we want to track, unless anyone has any specific requests, and I will whack them on the list of teams that we're keeping an eye on. If you're a fan of Disney Plus, there's Wrexham versus Barrow, which I'm sure is absolutely fascinating. Outside of that, there's not too much, to be honest with you. Al Ittihad are winning 1-0 in Egypt? Why the hell are they in Egypt? Is that a second Al Ittihad? Are there 2 Al Ittihads? What's going on? Right, sod it. Where is my favourites? These are my favourites, so I can keep track of that without having to see the lead score as we go. Keep it a nice little surprise for myself. No, thank you, Mr. Birmingham City commentator. I'd like Bryn, please. If I can't get Bryn, then heartbreak. Nah, it doesn't look like it's happening. Right, back to the Birmingham City stream then. I mean, visual radio, legal TV. Yeah. I think I'm going to mute that just because it makes it a lot harder to actually like talk at the same time. I don't know. How are we feeling? I'm going to do a very quick vibe check poll. So, are we excited? Are we optimistic? Are we absolutely terrified? Or... And if it's something else, just whack it in the comments. I'm kind of curious. How are we all feeling ahead of this one? I should have put something a little bit more neutral than excited, optimistic, terrified, but I've just sort of committed, haven't I? Terrified. I completely understand terrified. Optimistic as well. Fair enough. I might... It's weird because I'm optimistic, but at the same time I'm fully aware that this is one that we can lose and we've got it in us to drop points with. The dream is that we're just fine. The dream is that this isn't a problem. That we can just sort of be happy. Terrified is out in front at the moment, and I completely get that considering our form lately. We could have been in the top 2. We have absolutely blown that, so now we need to start a little bit of a rebuild, I think. I'm also having to keep an eye on my stream stats, because it is showing that there are a couple of little issues, like average time to render frame is a little bit higher than it should be. A few little dropped frames, which isn't too fun, but you guys are going to have to let me know if the stream is of the sort of quality and standard I'm aiming for here. Because the internet is an absolute monster, and I hate it. I don't know how I'm feeling. We've got another optimist at the very least. That's very helpful. Welcome. I don't know what you're doing at Leeds. We don't do happiness here. We do fear and terror. And oh my god, why are we still dropping points? This is Preston. What's happening? Although, to be fair, that was, for the most part, Mellier's fault. I don't, honestly. Mind-blowingly stupid. Just twatting someone around the mush. Like, you've seen dumber stuff, but... You'd still rather he was saner than that, wouldn't you? In fact, that's another one I'm curious about. Favourite change for the match? Are we happier with Larson coming in? Are we happier with Gray coming in? I should have done more in that poll. So I'm going to end it, because that wasn't meant to happen. Why has the thing moved? Fantastic. I swear I locked that in position, but apparently not. EFL. For some reason, the stream has offed itself, which is always good. You see, this is why the bloody 3 PM blackout just needs to go away, I think. It's just off into the corner. Quite like watching football, actually. And being born with Leeds United as my closest club, it's not a support your local issue. I'm not just going to go and watch, like, Filed or something instead. No, I don't want to watch Derby. Why would I want to watch Derby? Yeah, the 3 PM kickoff thing is stupid. Firmly opposed. Don't understand it. I mean, I get the point, but it doesn't work. We're in the internet age. I mean, I understand trying, but this is the world we live in now. People are going to find ways to watch it no matter what. Just Joe is singing, so I've come here. Thank you, Haz. Much appreciated. What exactly is he singing? Because, I mean, if we work it out properly, we could just sort of do a weird duet kind of thing. If, like, you sync up the streams a little bit. Right, having a quick look at their team right now. Tyler Roberts on the bench is absolutely not scary to me. Is it Tyler Roberts or is it Connor Roberts? No, Connor Roberts plays for Burnley. Why are there so many Robertses? in English football. But if I had to put a significant amount of money on any given result, I think it would be Tyler Roberts scores a 90th minute winner. Boy George. Of course he's singing Boy George. Why wouldn't he be singing Boy George? I'd love for that to be a surprise, but it's just sort of not. And I would love for my chat box to actually work. Why isn't that working? Check the properties. Utter crap, so don't sing or I turn off. Yeah, that's fair enough. I completely get that. Although I'll make a deal with you. If I don't sing, it means you have to subscribe. That seems pretty fair. If you're not subscribed already, of course. And I think everyone else should subscribe. It's been a long day. Subscribe just in case. There we go. Yeah, I'm not completely sure why the chat box isn't doing its thing right now. So that's fun. Anyway, kick off. There we go. Let's get the timer up. It begins. I am subscribed. Well, there we go. I won't sing unless more people come in telling me not to sing, and then they will also have to pay the tax. And we've already got a free kick for offside. Fine. I didn't notice anything wrong, but if the referee did and we get a free kick for nothing, then fan Debbie does. Do we get a free kick, or have they just given the ball back to them? What? Oh, Bamford was offside. Never mind. Patrick hat-trick today. That's the dream. I'd love a Bamford hat-trick. I always like backing Bamford purely because like we know he's quite good when he's on his game. So the amount of people that are like, "Fucking Bamford, he can't score goals." It's like, well, he can. We have seen him do it. It's just right now he's got a little bit of a dearth of confidence, but he'll get there. It's all right. Rutter's doing his thing where he cuddles someone behind him like this and sort of says, "Please foul me." Oh, dearie me. Ball in behind. They're about to have a shot. They don't. Good challenge by Dan James. Love his running. And he's now just gone. He's disappeared down the right wing. Archie Gray's on his inside. If he can cut that back, we're looking pretty good. He cuts it for Bamford. Oh. It was nicely laid off for Gray, but Gray couldn't quite get there in time. That looked a bit spooky, Sam. We're in a fun little spot, I think, where I know we're only a minute and a half in, but what I thought we needed to happen with the game being really transitional has at least started to happen. It's been very end-to-end for the first couple of minutes, and it's quite good. Also, for Christmas, I got these boys. Incredibly sour sweets. So I've decided, if we get a goal, I'm just going to treat myself to one, and it's going to hurt my face. And I've had a few of them already, and the inside of my tongue, cheeks, are absolutely tearing themselves apart. But I'm just going to go for it. It's gonna sting like a bitch, but it's going to be fun, isn't it? Right, ball's back with Rodon. And we're doing that little thing where we just sort of keep the ball, play it around a teensy tiny little bit, nice little clever football. Looking for gaps and desperately hoping that Birmingham are daft enough to try and press us, because if Birmingham press, they do not have the players for that. It's very nice to see Rutter dropping into the 10, though. He looks a little bit more liberated in his current position. But Birmingham have it now. No, they don't. Somerville's picked it up, and it looks like we're going to go for a very quick transition. Somerville is just going. They're number 19 on his back, but he plays it for Bamford, who has a shot. That's pretty good. This is kind of why I'm very happy that Bamford is starting, because in that same situation, if you've got Piru is behind the play, where Somerville is sort of... Cooper's been beaten. They're countering. Oh, shit. I know I wanted it end-to-end, but not like this. Okay, well dealt with by Rodon. Yeah, I think Byram never got fouled there, but they've given the free kick to us, so we're not going to complain, are we? Vamos Birmingham Fayem Deus. I don't know why you just started speaking Latin at me. I'm guessing it's a Birmingham-y thing. but I'll roll with it. Fayem Deus indeed. I know Deus is God. What's the rest of it? Fay. I don't know. But I'd say sort of generally, good luck to Birmingham because I like Birmingham as a club. As a club, Birmingham are alright. They're not the sort of team that I'm like, I can't be bothered with you, get relegated. But Rooney is definitely not in the category of people that I want to see managing football teams. So if relegation is the price to pay to get Wayne Rooney out of any visible form of football, then I will absolutely take it. Right, we're just sort of faffing about on the left wing at the minute. But that's alright, we're keeping them penned in a little bit. It's not really something that we should be paying that much attention to, trying to keep Birmingham stuck in their own box, but... And Bamford's accidentally committed a foul by running through someone. Leeds 0, Birmingham 1. It's optimistic. It's definitely optimistic. And it's one of the things that definitely could happen. This is why everyone is between optimistic and terrified, because no one has a clue what's going to happen in this match. Leeds could do something absolutely incredible and just batter Birmingham, or we could concede an early goal, Birmingham drop into like a low block, but it doesn't look like they're going to. Rete's on the counter now. Oh, he considered a pass, but he decided not to go for it. But Kamara's picked the ball up afterwards. Finds Bamford near the edge of the box. Kamara plays it out to Somerville. Ball doesn't quite make it though, and they've picked up the ball again. I think for me right now, the reason I'm doubting that was a very soft free kick he's just given. The reason I'm personally doubting the Birmingham 1-0 win is to do that, I think they'd need to have a little bit of a lower block going on. And when Birmingham don't have the ball right now, they're playing a little bit aggressively. They're playing up by the halfway line, and that's not going to work for them. I get the idea. The idea is fine. The idea being, if we can win the ball from Leeds United higher up the pitch, then we can score goals. But in practice, I don't think the Birmingham defence is good enough to handle that. Good challenge by Ampadu. They've got a throw-in by the halfway line now, which I think we'll be fine at dealing with, to be completely honest with you. And they're just passing it around the back at the minute. Very nice. I don't know why Birmingham are trying to play out, because there's a reason that they're where they are in the table, and that's the fact that playing out has not worked. Oh, well dealt with by Rodon. Cooper has now a couple of times tried to get involved in a challenge, and it has not paid off for him. And it's a little bit worrying, I think. He needs to be a tad more assured when he's doing that, in my opinion. Otherwise, we could be in deep, deep trouble. Also, might as well ask, if you haven't quite yet, drop a like on the stream. It's much appreciated, and it will help the VOD get pushed out to more people, which means that I can just continue to do this for more and more streams. I'm enjoying this so far, so it's very nice. Oh dear, my stream's frozen. Oh, my stream's alive and they've got the ball on the left wing. This is a really good time for the stream to die. Shot from there, number 23, doesn't work out. I'm also quite optimistic about the fact that they don't have Cody Drame at the moment. That is a very nice change. Right, sod it. I've got to change stream. There we go. LUTV is alive. The LUTV stream is a couple of moments ahead of my lovely timer. Look at it. It's so magical. So I'm going to have to be adjusting, I think. Trying to make that as accurate as I can. Yeah, but if you're not yet, drop a like, subscribe. I'd love to have you on board, because I've got some quite fun ideas for the coming period. And let me know what you think of the overlay as well, because this is very much a first draft. I did it in 15-20 minutes earlier on. Like, I rushed it out immediately before the stream. So if you like it, let me know. If there's any features that you'd like instead, let me know. I just want to make the best quality content possible for you guys. However, Leeds United still 0-0. No proper chances yet. Then again, we're just about 9 minutes in, so I can completely understand why there haven't been any proper chances. We just need to be a little bit better than we are at the moment. And it'll come. It'll definitely come, I think. I hope. We just need to make sure that the midfield behaves, grabs hold of the game, and gets control. Bamford starts, I'm worried already. It's like playing with 10 men. He never tracks back either. Prove me wrong, Bamford. I love looking through my comment sections as I'm, like, doing a live stream, because I don't know if Danny Weir is in the stream at the moment. If you are, hello, Danny. But I think of all the players to accuse of being a little bit lazy, it's very brave to do it for Bamford. Because that's his job isn't to track back. His job is to just press and play aggressive stuff. Right, Byram cuts it into Somerville. Somerville doesn't shoot, gives it to Rotter on the edge of the box. It's blocked. And they've cleared. Oh, that could have been so nice. Right, Rodon, what are you going to do? Gives it back to Cooper. It looks like we're going to build another attack now. Kamara, back to Cooper, back to Rodon. Rotter, who has a shot from miles out. It's a good few yards wide, but I'm liking that he's feeling brave enough to have those shots. Is Clarkson good for now? I can't watch because my dad forgot the LUTV password. He's not had anything to do yet. He's done the basic passing stuff, like as you'd expect, but he's not properly been challenged, which is a good thing, to be completely honest. Oh, what was the name of the extension that I was using for this? Because I want to get this chat box up and running. I'm from Norway, so I'm excited that he gets to play. I quite like him. I've always been a bit of a fan of Clarkson because I know that when he's on it, he's going to be on it. He's a fun little player. Right. So Streamlabs widgets. And then hope that works. Right, Dan James on the ball now. Hands it off to Rotter out on the right flank. Oh, we're keeping them under so much pressure right now. It's going quite well. We've had another shot from Bamford, and I'm liking that we've got the confidence to have these digs, because a lot of the issues I think we've had recently is the fact that we'll get into good places, and our first thought will be, can we be in a bit of a better place? Can I play out a pass to Somerville, James, Peru? And eventually we'll just not have... That was definitely a foul, Dan James. And eventually we just won't have that shot. Where, in reality, taking the shot is what gets the goal, rather than faffing it about a little bit. So the fact that we are at least attentive enough to have a go is very nice. It was Pat that had a go. It was directly at him. But it's something. It's something. We're not going to complain. Let's log in with YouTube to try and fix this bloody jet. Oh, it's the wrong chat link. Right, okay. I can fix it. Apologies for the fact that this turned into like a moderate level of tech support, but sod it, it's fine. All widgets. Chat box. Hey. Terms of service have changed, don't hugely care. What does it look like? That's fine. Copy that. Fantastic. should be fixed in a moment then. And if you guys could then proceed to give the chat box a go in a minute, that would be much appreciated. Okay, that should work. Right, can someone pop something in the chat and just let me know if that's worked? Because if not, I've got a lot of work to do. Byram down. There we go, it works. Oh, Byram down isn't good though. Shit. At least we got Spence on the bench. Right, at least we've got Spence. Oh dear. I have already seen a message saying FOPO time from someone in the ground. That's not good. I would like it to not be FOPO time in a perfect world. Oh, I can see why that's hurt as well. Right, so 15 minutes in, we've had a couple of shots and we have lost our right back. Leeds are falling apart again. Not necessarily, okay? We can have an injury and be fine. Let me dream. Ooh. Right, as much as... Oh no, he's actually just coming off, isn't he? That's not good. Oh, piss. But no. Oh god, he is just coming off. That's not what we needed this early, is it? Right, Byram's off 15 minutes in. Furpo's coming on. I think... Right. Okay. Hold time. Today, Furpo will have a... Oh. There we go. Lovely little poll for you. I'm positive. I think it'll be okay. Saying this, I'm also petrified. Oh god, please let it work. I feel like the extra delay in the takeover by the EFL has cost us dearly and was deliberate. I don't think it was deliberate, I think the EFL is just a bit too incompetent. Darlow injured his thumb in Turkey. In Turkey? Did I miss some? I know he did it in... I thought he did it in training. When was he in Turkey? Right. Birmingham at home. Because I completely forgot that I do player ratings after the match. And would quite like to know what you guys think, so I'll pop that in the comments afterwards. Right. Cree with the ball, cuts across the box. Dan James. I think he's going to put a ball in. He doesn't make it all the way across, though. We have looked a little bit better in attack, but I don't know if that's us or if that's Birmingham. It's one of the two. Either we're having a decent match or Birmingham are continuing to Birmingham. But who knows? I can hope it's us. I'll assume it's us. Why not? Rutter gives it to James, who finds Gray. We're on the right-hand side doing a nice little bit of interplay stuff. Rutter picks it up. Pings it all the way over to Furpo. What have you got? Gives it to Somerville. Oh, attempted 1-2 in the box between Somerville and Rutter. Doesn't quite come off. If it did, it would have been absolutely spectacular. But we don't live in that version of the world. So it's a shame. Ampadu pings it behind their back line. A little bit too far for Dan James, though. And I can't lie to you, I'm getting tempted by that obscenely sour sweet already. This little blighter, at some point, if we score, is going to ruin me, and it's going to be quite fun. But not yet, because we aren't winning yet. And that was the rule. We got 62% on Team Disaster Class. I think he'll be alright. I don't know if that's because they don't bring much threat, or... Oh dear. We've given the ball away in our own half. Rutter's fought back really well, though, and been wrestled to the ground. That's got to be a booking. It is a booking. And he's decided to be a little prick. Okay, Mr. Stansfield. And then he's kicked the ball away. I don't know why that's not 2 bookings. We've just seen the guy commit a bookable offence, 1, then kick the ball away after trying to start an argument with the player he's just kicked. I don't want to be those people that are like, oh, why don't we see the game's not soft enough, it needs to be softer. But come on, if you're going to foul someone like a dozen times in a minute and then kick a ball away to waste time, maybe you get sent off. Glenn Kamara is playing Somerville, James, Rutter and Bamford. Yeah, sorry, I've just got to finish writing my film. Followed by Firpo coming on in 15 minutes. Refs are biased in this league. I don't think they're biased, I just think they're shit. The amount of times that you just see stupid decisions happen for no apparent reason, it's just... I just don't think the referees are good, is the best way of putting that. Alright, I might try and make the chat boxes a little bit bigger. But I don't know where. About there? I'll do it. It's fine. If I do that, it's on a nice blue background. And you can't even see the highlighted box. So, sorry about that, guys. It's not a foul. Rutter winning shoulder to shoulders is normal, but he's not fouled in there. Just... Yeah, there are times where I've thought, is this refereeing biased? It's not. It's just dreadful. Right, stop showing Wayne Rooney, show us some goals. Nodded on by the Birmingham player, and just a little bit of head tennis in the middle of the park right now. Cooper takes it down very nicely to Ampadu. Gray tries putting it down the line, puts it out of play. Our throw in because it came off their player first. I do not speak good enough Portuguese for that, my friend. I'm paranoid because of following Leeds for 52 years. Yeah. I mean, I've not had as many years, so I'm not quite that level of PTSD at the moment, but I'll get there. Like, whenever I'm on Joe's streams, I'm always the relentless optimist. Also, I really like your name, Has Haribo. Big Haribo fan. Am I right in thinking the Haribo factory's in Pontefract? Are you from Pontefract? Well in, Rodon. Fantastic ball in behind for Birmingham. Rodon has cleaned that up absolutely perfectly. Watford 1, Plymouth 1. Thank you for letting me know. I will pull my scores up again. All the matches that we're paying attention to, however, are still 0-0, so that's fine. 1-1 at this early stage is absolutely batshit, though. Play the same way, yeah. Right, so I'm Google translating whatever Daniel Silver said. I'm curious. Coritiba, the largest in Piranha. What does that mean? Coritiba a football? Right, Coritiba's a football club. Is that the Brazilian Serie A? Haribo's my nickname from Nuneaton, live in Southampton. Oh, I get you. Put Bamford Pirro up front, change it. How do you mean Bamford's on? Unless you think Bamford and Pirro, but who do you take off? Unless you're going 4-4-2, which doesn't feel like it's the shout. Right, outside. Somerville is looking for a ball, finds Ampadu. We've let Birmingham drop into that defensive structure. Go at your sweets then. Have we just scored? Or are you talking to Mr. Haribo? Because it doesn't feel like we've just scored. It feels like we're currently faffing the ball about a little bit. This goes out to the left though, to Ampadu, who for some reason is making a surging run from left back. Rutter. Ball in behind for Somerville, has a shot. Oh, that's a good save. Dan James! Blocked! Oh, that should have been a goal. That's never a foul, ref. You can't fall for everything. Shut up, Wayne Rooney. No one's paid attention for you for a long time. Harry Bow. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Ooh, Plymouth 2-1 up. You know, I will add that to the games that are being watched in the background. Once again, if there's any matches that anyone else is interested in knowing the scores from, I'll pop them on the list. Why not? This save, Somerville in behind. Oh, it's right at him. Firpo's first touch, you can't do anything more about, really. Firpo's done everything he can, though. He's gotten a little bit unlucky. Hi, mate, I'm a Blues fan. Some good football from you lot so far. Yeah, I would agree with you, but I think we're both, not both, but like all Leeds fans at the moment are in that perpetual thing of, yeah, but when do we lose? Because the losing starts eventually, and it might not have been yet, but it's on the way. Right, ball down the line, finds the Birmingham player in a lot of space. Well dealt with by Gray, though. Gray's doing pretty well, to be honest. He feels a lot more defensively solid than Spence a lot of the time. Also, I'm just going to ask again. I'm going to keep on asking, because doing YouTube, you'll learn that if you don't ask, you don't get. If you guys aren't yet, I would massively appreciate you subscribing and sticking around. I'm trying to grow this channel over the next however long, and I'd love you guys on the journey with me. Thank you very much. Hope you guys enjoy as well, because if you do, I'm going to keep on doing these because I'm finding this quite fun at the minute. It's given me something to do during the football rather than just have a bit of a crisis. Archie looks fantastic so far. He does. Leicester and Southampton going up automatically. Leeds half a season to stay in the top 6. Boring. I don't reckon so. Because in the same way as Ipswich were on a fantastic run and now aren't, Southampton can be on a fantastic run and then not be. Leicester can be on a fantastic run and then not be. I think it's still too early to say, to be honest with you. Rutter's out on the right wing, cuts inside onto his left foot, finds Dan James, edge of the box, squares it. Oh, Bamford is second to the ball. Oh, good effort from Rutter. James heads it back into the box, but it doesn't get to anyone in a white shirt. Ampadu plays it back to Archie Gray, and we reset. No, we don't. We give away a throw-in. Brilliant. As long as you don't sing Boy George, I'll watch. Thank you. Much appreciated. I don't know that much Boy George, so I reckon I'm safe. Mate, do you fancy bet on Leeds to be leading at half-time? We should be up already. It's a tricky one. We are firmly the better side in this match so far, and I think we will continue to be the better side in this match so far. not so far because that defeats the point of continuing. But I don't know about by half-time. That free kick for us, and it was a nasty kick on Ampadu. Longello is on the floor in exactly the same pose as Ethan Ampadu, because I think they've both sort of kicked each other. Do you think Somerville will stay at Leeds at least until the summer? Till the summer, yes. Oh, that's a nasty one. Because I think it would be insanity for Leeds to sell Somerville before that. If we were to do that, then we're sort of like admitting that I don't think that we'll get promotion. Whereas if we keep him, we're actively continuing to push, we're building our chances, we're making sure that we keep all the most important personnel around. Summer, different question. If we get promoted, I think we'll keep him. If we don't get promoted, I think we lose him. But until then, hard to say. I'm fairly convinced that we'll manage to keep him in the January window, though. People will come on with offers, but there won't be enough to tempt us. Ampadu flicks on the free kick. Dan James picks it up now. Farke's condemned to stay in this league for some time. Mass exodus of best players in the summer. I don't think Farke's condemned us in the slightest. I think considering what happened at the very start of Farke's tenure, the fact that we were in the conversation for the top two for so long is a testament to him, and the fact that he's done his job pretty well. It's incredibly harsh to say that Farke's been really bad, because he's not. Like, I'll have a very quick check of the numbers, because I just want to make sure I get them right. But if we go to the Championship... Right, check out the table. Expected goals against, we are the best in the league. We concede the least chances of all of the teams in the Championship, or at least the lowest quality of chances. Rutter tries a nice little through ball, doesn't work out. Of all the teams in the Championship. That isn't being lucky. That is structurally good football. That's the opposite of being lucky. Conceding more than that, that's the variance. That's the unluckiness. And then you look at XG, second best XG in the league, and that is considering the fact that you don't get XG when you don't shoot. And that's the problem at the moment. We're getting into positions and we're not shooting from them. Like, on all of the data metrics, we are a top two side at the moment. Not on points, and I completely get that. That's not brilliant. But it's really hard to say that a manager that comes in, having lost the vast majority of his squad, and still concedes the least XG against of all clubs in the Championship, including 3 clubs above him, to say that he's gotten lucky is bonkers. Because that's not how numbers work. Hello, LUFC Edits. How are you doing? Varun, love the analysis, mate. Look forward to more of these this year. Thank you very much, Varun. Stats don't win games. I know stats don't win games. Players win games by putting the ball in the back of the net. And unless you want Daniel Farke himself to personally kick the ball in the back of the goal when we are not scoring the goals, at that point, it becomes up to the players. The statistical stuff is all what Farke is responsible for. He's responsible for the structure, for the tactics, for putting the players out on the pitch. Putting the ball in the back of the net is Joel Pirou, is Crescencio Somerville, is Dan James, is Jorginho Rutter's job. Up until that, Daniel Farke can only do too much. So much. No, sorry, not too much. Yes, I do play FM. I'm currently in my 2nd season, near the start. Got promoted in the 1st season after... How many points was it that we didn't get promoted on? We didn't get promoted on like 96 points or something bonkers like that. Not Bamford though. I was going with like the standard front four. Yes, Bamford. Because it is his job. He just sometimes doesn't do it as well as he could. Ampadu across to Gray. Relying on Bamford to score is like turkeys voting for Christmas. Bamford was... Hold on, Dan James to the back post. Bamford! Get absolutely fucked. Oh, JJ Big. Get in the mud. Oh, that couldn't have been better. Thank you so much for the timing on that. That was so satisfying. All right, okay, let's change it to 1-0. Let's give Bamford his goal. How many minutes are we in? Oh, I will accept apologies. Thank you very much. 34th minute we'll go with. Close enough. I missed him. He'll be in good form now. Leeds leading at halftime. Get in. Oh, you made the bet. Good to see. Oh, that was wonderful. 1-0 Leeds. Patrick Bamford goal. I will be accepting apologies if we see a single extra message from JJ Big. We've got to get Wazza gone if he doesn't get something here. Yeah, as a Birmingham fan, having Wayne Rooney around would be at best concerning. I would not be the happiest with it. I've also got to move my time because it's gone off centre. There we go. Looks about right. Yeah, as I was about to say before Dan James put that cross in, Pat Bamford has had one series of that was a nasty fucking tackle on Rutter and it's been booked immediately. Fair enough. No one expected him to score, if you're honest. I was literally about to say that the one season he was fully fit in the Premier League, he was the fourth top scorer behind Heung-min Son, Mo Salah, and I think Harry Kane, or something like that. So when he's fit, he's good. When he's fit, he's decent. When he's had like enough match-going football as of late, he's good. And the fact of the matter is, like, he's just scored a really good header that isn't the easiest to put in the back of the net. It's a fantastic cross from Dan James. But Bamford's had his first start in a long time, and he scored. He's done the job that's been asked of him. It's the best way that I can put that. And some people will say, well, look at his position. It's a really easy goal to score. He put himself in that position. Lovely header. Absolutely agreed. It was brilliant. And being a confidence player, he'll just get better. I've not got a single complaint about Pat Bamford at the minute. That's brave. That's... Oh, things might go wrong. Oh dear. Bamford goal. If that's a second Bamford goal, I'm going to lose my mind. Oh yeah, shit. I remembered. I promised. Very, very sour sweet. Oh, fuck me. It tastes really good after the sour, but you got to get through it first. Honestly, Piru isn't a striker or wherever the fuck he plays. We need Bamford to start. They're different players. They do different jobs. Bamford for this one makes sense. Because you need, against a low block, Fox in the box, able to put the ball in the net. With his positioning. Piru stylistically isn't that. Change score 0-0. I've got it to 1-0. Haven't I? Has it not updated yet? Yes, it has. Unless I've missed something. Patrick is my fave player. I'm so happy he scored. Yeah, agreed. I'm also very pleased for Bamford. Very happy with how this game's going, to be honest with you. Complete control. Hello, toilet. That's a weird thing to say. How are you doing? Hopefully better now we're beating Birmingham City. Unless you're a Birmingham City fan, in which case I'm so sorry. Bamford to stay. Yeah, I mean, everyone demanding Bamford out is I don't understand it. He's got movement that the likes of Piru doesn't. Piru's main ability is his finishing. Bamford's is his movement to get in the position to make the finish. If you combine the two, then you've got a top 6 striker. But Leeds always good to hear it. Nice assist from Dan James too. It was a very nice assist from Dan James. I've also consistently rated him because the issue he had in the first season at Leeds was he was played as a centre forward instead. He's a proper good player. He is. I mean, a lot of people will call him like a pace merchant or whatever the hell, but he does good things with it. I've just realised we could literally sign De Gea today. Very unlikely, but we could. In theory, yeah. There's nothing against us signing De Gea, aside from the fact that he's a former Scum player. Nice touch from Farke again. I sub to you. Thank you very much, Toilet. Plymouth Watford, what a game, 3-2 inside 40 minutes. Is it? That's bonkers. Okay, let's mute that site because for some reason it's screaming at me. Ah, Leicester 1-0 up. Damn it. Although, let's be honest, Leicester aren't really our race anymore. Could do with a Norwich win. Could do with a Stoke win. Just to slow them down. I've always rated him. He was class at Man United. Yeah, I mean, he was class at Swansea as well. Great. Gives it out wide to Dan James. Puts it into the box for Bamford again. Diving header doesn't quite pay off. Super Leeds. Absolutely Roscoe. Rutet out on the right hand side is kicked, but he's kept on going. I think he's been kicked again, but the ref's not given a free kick. I think for Ruter, a lot of the problem is he likes staying on his feet a little bit too much. The amount of time he'll just stay up and not go to ground when he's being kicked incredibly hard. A bit annoying. Somerville. Back to Ampadu. We're on the left-hand side now with Kamara. Road on to Somerville. Toilet, I completely agree. Nice touch from Ruter, who's currently on the right flank. I think what we've done is get fouled again. Your name's for Jack Sucks at Life. Oh, I get you. Right, okay. I think what has happened in terms of the tactics is... I remember that. I can't remember specifically what it was, but I remember that happening. Mate, do you think it's time to cash in on Firpo? I think Firpo isn't going to want to hang around for that long anyway. Because, sure, he's not performed to his best, but at the same time, he's gotten a lot of flack from the fans, so even if he did start performing well, I've seen in my player rating things, a bunch of people will just rate him 1 out of 10. No matter what he's done in the game, no matter what the rest of the team's done in the game, because they don't like Firpo. And when you've got... Because I'm fully aware that my player rating things don't have that much of an audience, when you've got so many people saying, well, you're shit, get out of the club, you might eventually... Oh, good effort from Dan James. You might eventually think to yourself, well, if they want me out of the club, why am I here? So I think it's going to be more a matter of Firpo might want to go. If we don't get a left back, then I think we keep him. But what's your opinion on Klaassen in net? I don't mind him. We've got better goalkeepers, but they're not available, so sod it. Like Van den Heuvel on the bench even is quite scary to me because you've got to remember was it his neck he broke recently? Something like that. You deserve so many more views and subs. You interact with your viewers so well. Thank you very much, Toilet. Much appreciated. I just know that I've watched streamers for quite a long time myself, so I know what viewers like. They're like a nice little bit of a natter. Right, Rodon plays all the way across to Archie Gray. Puts in a ball for Dan James behind. That is very nice. Squares it, doesn't work out, but Pat Bamford at the front post. Can't control the ball. We're in possession still, I think, nearly. Should be our throw-in. Surely that's our throw-in. I'll be back. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Right, throw-in now. For Birmingham, and I don't feel like it's going to go anywhere. Also, I've just realised I've still got Sam Byram in the lineup, except they've tried to play out. It's not worked out very well. Somerville can't pick up the ball. Return out towards the edge of their box. It's not worked out. 4 minutes of added time. I need to stop the timer. Because otherwise, it won't work for a bit. James! 2-0! Yes! Get in! What a finish! I'm glad I didn't see the chats beforehand. Because I was trying to adjust the stream. I managed to miss the chats that managed to spoil the goal. Let's avoid the spoilers, but I'm very happy with that. It's very good. Dan James on 45+1, just after the conversation where we all rate James. I know, we're geniuses. Excuse me, is that a Firpo assist? Oh. No, it's okay. It's not your bad at all. I hadn't mentioned it, but fair enough. I was not expecting to see a Firpo assist today, though, I can't lie. Let's edit the title. Oh, it could have been 3 for a moment. That'll do for a title, I think. Save that. Edit me scoreline. 2-0. Edit me lineup text to include the Dan James goal at 45+1. And then oh, that's a good stop from Klaassen. And then I will add Firpo because he came on for Sam Byram. Firpo about to get a 2 out of 10. Legitimately, that could happen. Also, I don't know how I feel about Klaassen going for the Pat Bamford trim. It's a brave look. I don't know why Mateo Joseph. Why was Byram subbed off? Byram was injured. I can't remember what happened, but he's a wounded boy. Somerville chases the ball down. He's going to press Ruddy, but it's not really going to work out, is it? Yeah, Barham injured, Darlow injured, and it's still working out okay. Sack Wazra at half time. It's one I've not seen before. It's very feasible. Whether or not it happens, who knows? But okay, for some reason the ref is just continually adding added time, which is certainly something. I don't quite see why. Can we have half time, please? All right. For some reason, he's just decided to add another minute. But as first half's go, I'm very happy with that, to be honest with you. Should have known that one of two injury-prone left-backs was injured. Yeah, I reckon we're going to pick up another one in January. Probably on loan, considering we've got our 2 loan slots left. Done 4-0, I'd take 4. I think we just keep going. Just keep beating them. Absolutely no surrender. We just hammer them. Why not? Someone stood on Byram's foot. Oh, okay. Our last game's ref is against us. As soon as I saw his face, I knew we were losing, sadly enough. It's a very pessimistic approach, I think. The way I like to see it is referees are bad, yes. I'm trying to find an optimistic take here. But the majority of the time, we are bad enough to make it our own fault. That's not optimistic, is it? Well, I've got a nice little JD advert on instead now. I agree we should have had one. The return one, I can understand why the ref hasn't given. The other one, tough to say. It's a hard argument to have, I think. We need to improve our goal difference. Yeah, improving the goal difference is big because we know it's going to be tight at the top of the table. Let's have a look. Right, let's have a look at the table. We are, as things stand, still 4th because, of course, we're 4th because the only thing that we could do is go down. West Brom still aren't winning. Neither are Southampton nor Ipswich. If Southampton lose this, I mean, we say we need to improve goal difference. We are 2nd in the league on goal difference, with only Leicester ahead of us. There's only so much you can ask, really, isn't there? I got Blues TV on. Oh, you poor bugger. True, what's your opinion on Archie Gray? I think, and this one I've seen to be a little bit of a controversial one so far. I think sometimes he's overplayed. Because it is very clear there is a hell of a lot of talent in Archie Gray. No one doubts that. Because he is an incredibly good footballer. The only issue that that could be had with Archie Gray is the fact that if you keep playing him every single match, every single minute, the body isn't designed to do that. He will get overworked, he will get injured. He is insanely good. Like, off the charts in terms of skill level. But we need the longevity as well as the goals. Not goals, as well as the performances. And I think we need to focus it. I don't really know why he's at defence. That is a complicated one. But I kind of get it, because this is going to get into very, very tactical talk for a minute. What you see a lot in the Premier League right now is you will have a back line where you've got four, with one wing back pushing on, the other one tucking inside into more of a midfieldy role. So, for example, at the moment, you're seeing a hell of a lot of Junior Firpo bombing on down the wing, trying to make opportunities, trying to take opportunities, and in this match, getting himself an assist. However, if you have both sides doing that simultaneously, you've only got your two centre-backs in defence. Maybe Ethan Ampadu sticks around as well. What happens in this system instead is, rather than bombing on and rather than just staying at right back, Archie Gray sort of tucks inside a little bit more, with the other two centre-backs also tucking across to compensate, so you've got more of a flat back three, whilst that one side is bombing on. The same happens the other way around. When Archie Gray goes, then you've got Firpo tucking inside. A little bit scarier, because defensively he's not great. But that's why he's in defence, basically, because defence at the moment isn't your traditional defenders. Defending in modern football is, are you a midfielder that can tackle, effectively, if you're a wing-back? Let's have a quick look. Farke said not buying anyone. I think we'll look more loan-ish, in my opinion. Because we've got the slots. Kinnear pointed it out in his chat with the squad ball earlier in the season. I think that's going to happen. Birmingham is fat, useless ballsack. That's a new one. That is a combination of words I've never seen together at the same time, and we've had a hell of a lot more toilet sentences than I expected today. Would love to see Lou Sassel getting a game. You smart ass. That is fair enough. You got me. I'm a bit mad at myself for falling for that one, but fair enough. Well played. You have no idea how mad I am at myself right now. Need striker and a defender. I think we need a left back and we need a 10. But we've got a 10, because this match has proven that we've got Rutter who plays as a 10. It's just making sure that he does actually play as a 10, and I think that means playing Patrick Bamford a hell of a lot more. Makes a lot more sense. Thank you for listening, Toilet. Much appreciated. Why are Man City nicking our young players? Because Man City nick everyone's young players, and they offer a lot of money. We need a veteran fullback, in my opinion. I don't know about that. Because veteran fullbacks that are going to come to Leeds at the moment aren't going to be those that could feasibly start like Premier League matches. And I think any recruitment that we do now needs to be players that can develop into a starting spot in the Premier League. Because if that's our goal, if the goal is next year or the year after, we're a Premier League team and we're growing and we're growing and we're growing, it's a bit of a bad idea to sign someone that is playoff championship standard instead. Because you need to replace them anyway. That doesn't work. Ruined Calvin Phillips. They did. I'm personally blaming Pep for that one. KP going to Juventus. I think that is the case, yeah. Joe, what should I change my username to? Hat-trick Bamford. Why not? Where's Strauch? He is injured. He has an adductor injury. I can't quite remember where an adductor is. I think it's under your arse. But who knows? Sorry, I mean alone. Either way, I think, as a rule of thumb, I prefer younger players, but you know that from watching my FM streams. Do you think Rodon should be signed permanently? Absolutely. If we can, we have to. Had Strauch first goal against Ipswich 28-1, was 9-1 today. He's not even in the squad. What? Okay. Do you think Rodon should be signed permanently? Absolutely. Because we have the money to, probably. And if we want to go up, we need to have that certainty, in my opinion. Toilet want me to make you a profile picture and put it on my community. BRB gang. Oh, I got a nice little gang going. Come on, gang. That's kind of cute. Also, after full time, please stick around, because I think I am going to do my recording for my post-match video. Ideally, you guys watch that when it's a video and watch it in live stream mode, but that'd be Hat-trick Bamford's here. We'd love to see it. But yeah. Oh, that's a nasty deflection on the Dan James goal. Sorry, it's just doing replays at the minute. But yeah, I'm going to be doing my post-match analysis thing. If you guys are able to stick around, then that would be fan-dabby-dozy, because then that will make a little bit of chat interaction absolutely perfect. We desperately need a number 10. I think I agree. It depends. We need a 10 or... Yeah, we need a 10. That or Ruteta actually play as the 10, but that doesn't work when he's with Peru at the same time. I can see that hat-trick, Bamford. Thank you very much. 10 on a left back. Yeah, 10 on a left back as a rule of thumb. That works. Sorry, I'm just messaging my brother who's in the ground at the moment. But nobody expected a Pat goal and Firpo assist. Class and save on 45 minutes. I didn't get to see this properly. Oh, okay, that's a really nice stop on the replay. I still don't like your trim right now, Christopher, but what's happened with that? Is that knuckled? It's not knuckled. Okay, no, it's just a really good stop. Would have liked a slow-mo of it, but we do not have. I'll be watching a lot more. Much appreciated. If you had to find a new left back or a 10 during the January window, where would you prioritise? This is where I think I am a little bit different from the rest of the pack. This is where I probably say 10. Because defensively we're fine. One second, I'm just slightly adjusting various stream bits. I think I'd lean 10 of the two. Because defensively we did the stats stuff earlier on, when someone told me that Farke was bad and I tried to prove him wrong with numbers. Honestly, left back is fine enough when the players are fit. The issue is with players being fit, but when they are, we're okay. If we lose Spence, different question. If we lose Spence, we need a right back as well as a left back. But I think it's that attacking edge that we're lacking against the low blocks. And I think the number 10 will be where I sort of put the focus. I'll be watching a lot more. That's much appreciated. I think we need 2 left backs and a 10. At least 1 left back and a 10 would be ideal. 2 would be really good. But then you sort of risk players knocking around on the bench. Because you've got to think, if you're a left back and you've seen a side that want to sign you, having just signed another left back, are you really going to think, I'm going to get the minutes here? Or are you going to think, well, why would I go to you when there's other clubs that want a left back? It's a complicated one, because you've got to remember that, like, players, as much as we see them as commodities, they aren't commodities. They are, at the end of the day, people. And you've got to sort of come from a perspective of, yeah, but why would a player want to make that move? Opinion on Garnacho, bit of a shit, really. It's quite hard as a young player to grow up around Bruno Fernandes, Anthony, and come out of it a good person, and I don't think he succeeded in that. Just my opinion, though. Rooney kicked his butt after the second goal. That is incredible. We love to see it. A nice little Wayne Rooney hissy fit. His hair's daft. But then again, I try not to spend much time looking at any Manchester United players. Just gonna skip some bits. Shitting hell. 3-1 at Wrexham at half-time after going a goal down and not scoring till half-time. Well, till 45 minutes. Same here. I'm glad to hear it. As I keep on asking, and I'm going to keep on asking it because I need to, because I'm a YouTuber and making the numbers go up is the way that I try and get this channel monetized. If you're not yet, please subscribe to the channel. That will be much appreciated. It's just one simple click. It's free for you. It's... At the end of the day, YouTube changed its algorithm, so subscribers don't matter too much, except they still mean that you need to be monetized. Sorry, you still need 1,000 subscribers to be monetized. Or 500. It's confusing. So subs don't matter until they do, and at the moment they do, and I would very much appreciate if you guys could subscribe. It'd be massively appreciated. Same for liking this stream. If you like the stream, it'll get pushed after the fact, and that'd be really nice. Thank you. Who is your favourite player for any club? Complicated. There's a few options, I think. I don't know which one I want to pick. Because since the start of the season, and I've always liked sort of a young player that's quite nice and tricky and fun, I do like Rutter this season. Rutter makes me very, very happy. Also, we are back playing again, but I'm going to hide the timer until 35 seconds. So I will have Rutter on the list. I've always liked a goalkeeper, because when I was a kid I was a goalkeeper. So I am going to add Melia to the list. Big fan of Rafinha still, despite the fact that he's currently at Barcelona. There's lots of them really, aren't there? Let's just double check again. 36 is what I need to pause now, because I've accidentally ticked it over. 30, 31, 2, we better not score now. 3, 4, 5, 6, cool. Right, Firpo out on the left wing, dinks it over the top. Oh, Dan James has just been fucking clattered by the keeper, but he's gotten up. He's an absolute monster. I was a goalkeeper. The fun thing about being a goalkeeper is everyone comes at it with a attitude of, oh, I'm not going to get in a challenge with him. Goalkeepers need to be absolutely mental, and he's just going to destroy me. When you are a goalkeeper, you just think, well, everyone else thinks that I'm batshit. Everyone else thinks that I'm going to win this 50-50. So if I just pretend I'm going to go for it, I don't need to, and I don't need to injure myself. It's great. It's easy. Dan James, poor touch just outside the box, but that is completely fine. He nearly had a good opportunity there. So close. Oh, his touch just took the ball behind him rather than in front. That's fine enough. We've not made any changes during half-time that I can see, which is helpful. Means I don't need to mess with anything. Ethan Ampadu picks it up in our own half. Across to Kamara, not too bad. Now back into Rodon. We're just getting control of this, I think. Somerville, I quite like what Somerville's done there. He's just dropped really deep. He's given space for Kamara to run into behind, so Kamara's effectively on the left wing for a moment. But it confuses their marking, which is an achievement, because it's the Birmingham marking system. It comes pre-confused. Firpo to Bamford. Bamford tried to lay it off. Oh, it nearly worked. Ampadu has been kicked quite hard. Rutter plays it out to Dan James. Sorry for the questions, but what's your opinion on Cristiano Ronaldo? Opinion on him as a player, or the opinion on him that will get me sued? Because I don't think I'm going to say the second one of those. Bamford challenges their midfielder. Very nice. Kamara's on the edge of the box. Plays around him. Gives it to Rutter. Shoots over the bar. As a player, very clearly good from a technical perspective and from a physical perspective. Decent enough footballer. From a moral perspective, I think there's a reason that there were a few years that Manchester United didn't go on tour to the United States when they normally do. I think there's a reason that Man United did go on tour the moment that he left. And I think there is a good reason that he's moved to a country that has significantly worse women's rights. is the best way that I can put all of that without getting into any potential legal problems. Ball in behind. Archie Gray's tracking back. Their players in behind Firpo. This could be a goal. It's another good stop from Klaassen. Oh. No way is he given that as a goal kick. I'm convinced that was a save. I think that is a save. It is. Klaassen saved that and he's given it as a goal kick. I am not going to complain in the slightest. Big win for us. If the referee wants to make these mistakes, he can make these mistakes. Although that is the first time Purpo's had to do something real hard and defensive, and it's not gone well. Right, ball launched from Klaassen. He's not a fan of that short ball, and I can understand it when we're 2-0 up. We don't want to make any silly mistakes here. I love how wholesome this little community is right now. You're just making profile pictures for each other. It's wonderful. Right, ball across to Coops. And we're just sort of holding it because Birmingham know that they need to press us a little bit now. Birmingham know that they are the ones that need to actually try and play a game of football right now. And Birmingham aren't good at that. To be absolutely clear with you guys, that's not what Birmingham do. Oh, good challenge from Kamara. Gives it to Rutter, who finds James on the right. James's touch isn't quite there. If we had a little bit more, like... Oh, sorry, got to crack my neck. If we were a little bit more like delicate with our touches and stuff like that, then it'd be absolutely wonderful. Rutter is fouled. I didn't think Rutter was fouled there, but we take the free kick anyway. No complaints in the slightest. Also, I think I'm going to move OBS over to here, so I don't have to like look to the second monitor. Right, Firpo gives it back to Coops. Let's be calm. Let's be sensible. Let's not open the door too much. Absolutely do not need Birmingham to get any ideas. That's a nice ball behind. How can I watch this match? I don't think that I would be monetized or have very good relations with the club anymore if I were to tell you. But the good old reliable digital radio is probably the way to go. The right Google search can open up a world of possibilities. But I can't do that for you right now. I very much like that hat-trick Bamford profile picture. Right, Ampadu into Rodham. One of them free footy apps. That's a good way of putting it. Firpo in behind Rutter. Bamford's a touch offside. James isn't. Oh. So close to a goal. Right. So. Gonna do another poll. Because I've remembered what happened with the earlier one. Let's have a vibe check. Are we very happy? Are we devastated as a Birmingham fan? Because I'm sure there are a couple here. Or are we confused? How is this happening? And then I'll add other. And tell me. James in behind for Somerville. It's a corner. Oh, that could have been nicer. Could have been 3 if we were a little bit luckier, but wasn't to be. That's going to happen. Crescencio. Is this going to go short to Dan James? I don't think so, but we'll find out. Back post. Cooper's header can't go in. Oh, I'm not having people saying other tell me and then not telling me. That's not on. Unacceptable. We're trying to work out the vibe here, guys. Rutter. I love Rutter's free roll here. Because, like, some players you put in a free roll and it doesn't click for them because they've not got, like, the footballing brain for it. But Rutter is clearly, like, an intelligent footballer. He knows what he's doing and where he needs to be to do it. And the fact that he's now playing behind the 9 rather than alongside the 9 means that he can get anywhere on the pitch that he wants to be. You guys are far too wholesome. We're meant to be Leeds fans. We're meant to be violent. Rutter, here we go. Cut back! Doesn't work out. But it's another corner. Very, very positive. I saw the chat say BAMFORD want a sub, and I was very concerned that one of you was thinking about taking off Pep. Nah, it's no problem. I'm liking the wholesomeness. It's a good vibe. But I'm good we're very happy. And I'm confused that we got 2 Birmingham fans. I mean, I've seen them in the chat, but ball in. It's just gone through everyone somehow. They've tried to clear it, but you're never going to outrun Dan James, are you? James out on the left, puts it across the box, dealt with. Oh. Let's keep this pressure on. Let's make them think. Right, Firpo. Just switch it to Gray. Gray's in so much space right now. There we go. The moment I say that, he's pressed and loses the ball. Why did I try and suggest something? Oh, leave it, Coops. I know why he's put it out of play, but... Oh, he's got scared, is basically the issue, I think. Which is concerning, but it's fine enough. Oh, sorry, accidentally booped the mic. Just got to send the wife a message. Do you think BAMFORD might be starting in the team longer term after today? I think there's an argument for it. Hey Joe, best player in the Premier League in your opinion? Oh, that shot was close. Best player in the Premier League. I might say Rodri. Purely because when Man City are missing Haaland, they've still got someone to score the goals. When Man City are missing De Bruyne, as they have been all season, they've still got someone to create the chances. But when they're missing Rodri, they've not got that like fluidity in passing anymore. And that's where things sort of start to fall apart a little bit. Which is why I would say Rodri is probably the best player in the league, or at the very least the most important player in the Premier League. I'd love Klaassen to play more games for Leeds if he is good. Oh, Somerville. BAMFORD! Oh, hit the post! Oh, it's such a good shot. And BAMFORD has just fired the ball into the defender's face in retaliation. I'm loving the cactus plush. Thank you very much. We've got a cactus. Further along, we've got a baby Yoda. We had a Marcelo Bielsa gnome until the cat knocked him off and broke his face in two. That was good. Oh, that was a fun day. I think I was recording at the time, and it like ended the recording because I couldn't stick through that. That wasn't working. Impressed with all the bangers Harrison and Sinister have been scoring, but I'm in that weird spot where like I'm impressed, but I wouldn't want them back. Yeah, I've got a cat. Not in the room because I have shut my office door because it's very, very cold in here. Also, my little heated blanket seems to have turned itself off, so I'm gonna fix that because it's bloody chilly. Also got a dog. Dog is currently under my desk having a little bit of a sleep. And in this little break in play, because we might have murdered one of their players, if you're not yet, I would hugely appreciate you subscribing. That'd be absolutely spectacular. As a YouTuber, you sort of have to ask for these things. If you don't ask, you don't get. And yeah, be much appreciated. I'm trying to get this channel to 500 subs as fast as I can. Some form of monetization by ideally my birthday. I'm not going to say when because then if I miss that goal, it's just going to fly by and no one's going to notice. But yeah. Dog called Arlo, cat called Iris. I'd want Harrison back, Sinister is questionable. James hits the side netting. We're a bit better than these, aren't we? I think I agree on Harrison because he had a lot of credit in the bank and he was always consistent and good for us. And the bunnies, but the bunnies are out in the garage. They are Dorothy and Nora. Tyler Roberts is coming on. Plus, they're good names. Thank you very much. Plus, LUFC edits. I know it was a while back, but you know exactly what Sinistera has done. And we know that he cannot be forgiven. That is possibly the only in-joke that I have on this channel. And it's like 3 people that know it. But now, it's like 30 people that know it. I'm not going to say it. I need LUFC edits to say it. Oh, it's so weird seeing Tyler Roberts going onto the pitch. Why has my timer reset itself? Okay, that's fun. Hmm. You might need to give me a minute. No, not like that. Shit. Shit. There we go. Sinistera eats baby pandas. It reset on the hour. Yeah, I've noticed that. And it's a brand new timer that I'm using, so I don't know how to fix it. Shit. Okay. This is really fun. We're back to tech support mode. Haha! Adjust timer manually. Right. What are we on? 63. Never mind, I can't do 63. I'm gonna have to do it as 1 hour, I think. Okay, that's half worked. No! Not like that! Shit. No, that's just 3. $H. No. Okay, for some reason they've been given a free kick. I don't understand why. Is it Keith Stroud? Right, hour 4. Set that. Fan Debbie Dozy. It's gonna have to shrink. It goes to there. Brilliant. No, I was annoyed on deadline day. Yeah, that was fun. I didn't know how lenient Joe's chat was. Joe's chat is one of the lenientest, I think. Because honestly, I'm not too bothered. As long as you're not saying anything that is like bannable, then stick around. It's all good. We vibe here. We chill. Cooper has just managed to spin mid-jump to win a header. Poor pass from Somerville back to Firpo doesn't work. Tyler Roberts is doing something. I don't know what I'd call it. Oh, come on, win that ball, Rutte. Good effort. Very lenient. Yeah, I mean, basically, don't be racist, don't be sexist, don't be homophobic or transphobic. Respect each other. If you're insulting someone, make it funny and make it not actually offensive. Saying things for fun, all good. Saying things to hurt people, less good. Is the general rule of thumb. Oh dear. Apparently, Barrow have had 2 players stretchered off in this match. The second player stretchered off was the player they brought on for the first player. That sounds like a fun day for them. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a poor touch from Ruddy, but it's, I guess, looked like a pass. They're not liking this press right now. Cooper shoved over by Tyler Roberts. I don't think Cooper is weaker than Tyler Roberts, but it seems to have happened today, and I'm not going to complain. It's fine enough. Varun, what did we say? It's okay. I'll appreciate it in real time. Right, Rutte on the ball. Finds Firpo with the ball over the top. That's very nice. Cuts it back for Somerville. Very nice. Lovely. What a goal. It's fine. It's all good. We prefer no spoilers if we can, but I know that you didn't do it on purpose. 3-0. Somerville goal on, should we call that 67 minutes? I think that's 67 minutes. Also, might I just say, that's 2 Firpo assists. Always said that the bit that Firpo does really well is the attack in football. Ball over the top, Firpo picks it up, could shoot, but he's smart enough to pass it back. Delicious. 3-0 win. Well, lead. What the win ends up as, God knows. Very, very nice football. No complaints about that in the slightest. Oh, that Rutte pass to Firpo is... And there's a sacked in the morning chant. Oh, let's get Rooney sacked. Oh, Tony Dorigo. He's not getting sacked in the morning. It'll be tonight. I'm not devastated by the result as I fully expected it. I just wish we could have sacked Rooney at half time. You waited as long as half time to sack it? Not the fact that Patrick Bamford was able to score against you and Junior Firpo got an assist? Were they not, like, big enough hints? Oh, GOAT is very kind for Rooney. He was very, very good. I can't deny that. He was a good player. But I don't know, maybe he just annoyed me too much. I think from this point, we'll just be playing fairly standard stuff. Just sort of playing the game out. As much as I would love this to be an absolutely bonkers game of football all the way to the end, I feel like we can just sort of vibe. Alright, Ampadu finds Cooper. Ah, loose ball isn't quite picked up by Bamford. Happy New Year to you too, Patrick Bamford. And to the rest of you in the chat. I've just realised I didn't quite say that earlier on, and I fully meant to. But I forgot. Another foul. I think the referee is... Oh, he's had a nice little handhold with Bakuna. So I guess he doesn't need to book him for his, like, 12th foul? Is that the way that works? I don't quite know. I'd rather it not be, to be honest with you. Don't worry, he did that community post. Did I? That's fine. I'll smile and nod. I think I did. Right, ball in behind. Very nice. Dan James at the byline launches it in. Accidentally ended up as a shot. Okay. Okay, Dan. Calm it down. Hold on. As I'm sure you noticed, I've got a cold sore, which is really fun. So I'm just gonna occasionally apply a lovely little cream to deal with it. And I've just realised that I accidentally moved the YouTube chat back to the place that I deliberately moved it away from. So let's come back. There we go. Don't need to look away anymore. Fantastic. I think Bakuna has committed another foul. I don't know if he's been booked for this one, but we'll find out. Oh, hello. Let's get you back to the middle, Mr. Timer. That looks central. That looks central. Happy New Year, Knuten. Newton? Knuten? That won't be a loud K, will it? Newton. I'll go with Newton. Newton? You're going to have to correct me on this one, or I'm going to keep guessing for the rest of the match. I don't know why they keep him trying to play out from the back. It's not working for him. They should probably know they've not got the players for this. Right, let's have a look around the grounds. The rest of the championship, see how we're doing. Stoke 0, Ipswich 0 is very good for us. Swansea are beating West Brom at the minute, which keeps the pressure off a little bit. Southampton, however, are beating Norwich. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. That second picture is rude to our good friend formerly known as Toilet. Unacceptable. It's probably fine. No problem. Other matches. Leicester are, of course, Knutsen, then. Knutten? I'll keep trying. I know you're Toilet. That's what I'm saying. You were formerly known as Toilet. You're currently Hat-Trick Bamford. Around the leagues, that Wrexham match that was insane is still 3-1, which is fine. Walsall are beating Grimsby 5-1. I love the occasional like League One scoreline where it's just like, yeah, this team got absolutely dicked and we don't know why. Let's have a quick peek at the live standings then. We will still be in 4th because we can't go up. We would need to lose to go down and that isn't happening. Oh, that's a lot of space for Somerville. Plays in Bamford. Bamford is in so much room. Puts it across. It was the right idea. Oh. Making changes, though. Nonto and Piru and Anthony are all going to come on. Don't let that be the last thing that Bamford does, please. James is coming off. Okay, that's fine. Goal Pat Bamford from the halfway line. That'd be nice. A good start to 2024, and we have an easiest run of fixtures this month, so hopefully we can get back in the race for the top two. I hope so. I'm in that spot where I really hope that we do so much rotation in the Peterborough match, because we don't need to play actual, like, first teamers. We could just leave it. It's okay. There's no pressure. Bamford getting sung off. I'm tearing up, guys. It's so cute. Right, who has just come on? Willie Nonto. And Somerville has come off. Jaden Anthony. And Joel Piru. With the amount of fear that people had when Furpo was coming on, pretty glad. When did you get that scarf? It's pretty nice. Oh, I honestly can't remember. It's years old. I legitimately cannot remember when, but it is an old scarf. Because I live in Blackpool now. I used to live in Leeds. And it was something that I got from like my childhood bedroom. Right, Ritter. Out wide to Gray. Gray's going to put a ball in. That looked a lot like handball. Furpo man of the match. Maybe. Legitimately, very, very good today. Anthony picks it up, wanders about a bit, tries to pass it to Kamara. Doesn't work out, but Cooper gets it anyway. A nice little song of You're Going Down from the Leeds fans to the Birmingham fans. We truly love to see it. It's Piro in the 9. I will let you know in a minute. I'm looking out for him though, and he's not as forward as Bamford was. Do you know all the lyrics to Marching On Together? I think so. There's none that confuse me. I think the biggest question is, are you a nah 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 or a clap 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 when it's getting to the chorus? Because I'm a da 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 kind of guy, because it keeps your rhythm going a little bit more. Yeah, I'm not allowed to sing. We discovered this a little bit earlier. I've forgotten who was it that said that like singing is effectively banned in this chat right now. Has Haribo. That was it. I'm a na-na-na. But it was Has Haribo that said that he was only here because Just Joe was singing. So I'm not allowed to sing. Gray inside in that spot. That's Piru being effectively where he normally is. That's Piru doing his arriving late kind of thing. So I think with Piru and Ruter, we are back to the standard. Not 100% sure. I'm not doing it. I ain't gonna lose some viewers. Unacceptable. Who's scored? Bamford, James, Somerville. Has let him sing. Yeah, fine. I will do a chorus of Marching On Together if Has Haribo gives me permission. But if not, we made a deal. At the very start of this stream, we made a deal. And I'm not one to go back on my word. That's a foul. Thank you very much. We'll take that. Is he still viewing? I don't know. I don't know if I can see the viewers list. I can, participants. Luke Litter in semi-finals darts. Is he the one that was a small child, or is he the one that's a Leeds fan? Oh, fuck you, Has. Absolutely not. I will if you promise you won't leave me. Because I've got attachment issues with my viewers. I love you guys too much. You're so nice. You're so kind. I vote we boycott unless he sings. The question is, if you boycott, that means you're not here anymore, which means getting clipped. Right. How about at full time? I'll do a chorus. How does that sound, guys? I think that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Don't think you can have any problems with that one. And then we'll get into the no, it's fine. I would completely understand it getting clipped. Um how long till full time? 10, 12 minutes ish. Southampton winning 1-0. For fuck's sake. I promised I'd never leave the ex-missus and I did. Has. That's not on. I can't believe you'd leave me if you promised me you'd stay. But the deal for that is you'll get your chorus of marching on together with the caveat that you need to stick around and watch my post-match analysis video recording. That feels fair. Right, Furpo, what are you going to do? Cuts it inside, gives it to Peru, who is admittedly in more of a Patrick Bamfordy position. I'll stay forever. I'm not streaming forever. Coops, where are you going to put it back to Ampadu? We've got a throw in. Okay, that was scary for a minute, and then it stopped being scary, which is very nice, I think. Also, I've just realised I very much need to do a thumbnail. And I very much need to fix my clock. Because new clock that doesn't count over 60 minutes is such a pain. Very nice finish, that. Rutter? Oh, it could have been 4. It's a corner. A thumbnail face, yeah. I don't need to. I'm not. No, you're not getting a thumbnail face. Why? Why did I open my web browser when I opened my web browser? I get a feeling something good's going to happen from this corner. Because I opened the wrong page on Flash Score. I've not seen anything yet. Go 3-1. Optimistic from a Birmingham point of view, considering they've not done anything. Comes in. That's in. You what? How? No. That's not the rules. It's. I need a replay of that one. I've got no idea what happened. Rutter picks it up. Very nice. Yeah, it says offside, but I don't know how you can be offside from a corner. Gray picks the ball up again in the box. A little bit of faffing. Right, back to the thumbnail. I don't need to do thumbnail face. I have thumbnail face saved multiple times. Thumbnail face is only lead till I die, Joe Blackburn till whenever. Thank you, Has Haribo. Aww, that's made me feel all warm and fuzzy. Right. There's the Somerville Stroke and Pirot song. I thought we hadn't heard it yet today. Right, I need a really happy picture of Patrick Bamford, but... Do not bully Joe. Unacceptable. I'm not having it. Can't believe you'd consider doing such a thing. I think you've just found a way to get yourself bullied there, Deborah. But... yeah, you kind of did this yourself. Let's find a nice... What colour are we thinking on the background? I will make this channel as interactive as I can. Oh, sorry, LUFC Edits. You're missing Marching On Together. Can't believe it. But, in the event that you can stay... Okay, yeah, I think Ampadu is offside. See you around, LUFC Edits. No, blue, yellow, white. Those are your 3 options for thumbnail background. Because purple don't work. Oh, Retear's come off. Jan Perveda coming on. Very nice. Quite like Perveda. Ooh, I've got a very nice yellow-blue combo that I'm going to use, I think, actually. Birmingham, battered or beaten? Battered. I'm trying to think of a word for doing something well that starts with an F. So if I can do like Furpo Flasticlass, that's not a word. But something like that. Joe do a poll. Okay. You didn't specify what though. So I'm going to say, where do Leeds finish? Champions. Promoted automatically. 1 second. Playoffs or 7th or worse. Start the poll. Fantastic Furpo. That works. That will absolutely do me. Thank you very much. Use one of my favourite fonts. And I'm trying to think of something similar for Furpo. Furpo Fantastic, maybe something like that. I am very much liking doing a watch-along stream. Just because it helps things to feel a lot more involved with you guys. Plus, I've formed a nice little gang here. I know you guys would have my back if things turned a little bit gang warfare, which is much appreciated. Let's find a nice blue to go on that. Fantastic. And then... Norwich have equalised, hello. Furpo finds form. Furpo finds form is really good. I also like first class Furpo. Or if you want to go a little bit classy, senior Furpo. But then again, I can't find a single picture of Junior Firpo right now. Thank God, nothing serious. I'm back. Hello! Right, Piru's picked up the ball. Will he do anything? Gives it to Anthony. Okay, Anthony, what are you going to do? Get tackled, but win a corner. You have too many options now. I do! That's the problem. And I also can't find a picture of Firpo in our home kit. Or at the very least, Firpo looking happy in our home kit. Who came on for Ruter? I know he came off, but I can't quite remember who for. Don't know. I'll check Twitter. I'm not calling it X. Want me to find one? I'll post it on my community. No, it's okay. I will be able to spot one. Let's have another one. Pervader. I mentioned it as well. I completely forgot about that. Young Pervader. Thank you very much. Is on the list. I think on the 90th minute, I am going to send you guys the poll. Where did you see this poll? And make it multiple choice. Reddit. Or YouTube. Or other. Fantastic. That'll do. So if you guys could all fill that in as the other, that'd be massively appreciated. Clausen needs to play next match. I think he needed to play next match anyway because of Mellier's ban. I don't know. Hard to work out. Where did that Bamford picture go? Oh, that's a nasty little foul, but it's not given. Okay. Shot from Birmingham. Goes nowhere. Lovely. Oh, that's a good picture. I will use that one. It's not a Firpo one. Honestly, I completely understand the Birmingham fans leaving early. Okay, let's background remove. Sorry, you guys are getting like the full behind the scenes treatment on this one. Right, bring to front. Okay, now I just need a happy looking Junior Firpo, which I don't know if that even exists. Right, Firpo. Firpo was, I hope, changed some people's minds here. Because he's had a really good match. Ampadu isn't going to shoot. Is he? Oh! I can give you a really fun fact as well. Ampadu has never scored a league goal in his career. He scored once in club football, and it was in a playoff final. Not playoff final, but in a playoff match. Joe, is YouTube the only platform you stream on? It is now. Previously, I did some stuff on Twitch, but not anymore. Right, let's find a nice little thumbnail face that I can chuck on here. That one. Let's background remover. Cross comes in, doesn't beat the first man, but we are back to traditions. We know what we're doing. Nice, Nonto. Decent run. Cuts outside, probably fouled, but not given. He's given a free kick when we have a player breaking into the box. That is less of a foul than the one that was not given as a penalty the other day. So inconsistent. Right, I'm going to call it Bamford Brilliant, I think. There we go. Fandabby dozy. I'll be back in a few minutes. That's all good. Right, who's over this free kick? Anthony Peru. Is Peru going to take it? He's going to miss. Yep. And that's full time. Right, I am going to pop this form in the chat lots of times, which you can definitely see. If you can't, I'm a little bit concerned because it's everywhere. But I would appreciate if you guys could fill that out for me. They're gonna give the boys a hand. I promised it. I have to do it. Stand up and sing for Leeds United. They are the greatest in the land. Na, na, na. See, no. Every day. We're all gonna say we love you, Leeds. 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 Okay. Let's just sort things out. We're gonna be there, we love you, Leeds. 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 Marching out together. I've got neighbours that have a baby through that wall, by the way, so I can't commit too hard. Na. We are so proud. We shout it out loud, we love you, Leeds. 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 We've been through it all together, and we've had our ups and downs, Gonna stay with you forever, at least until the world stops going round. And the music has gone. That's fine enough. Right, so let's get rid of the ticker. That's fine. I can't crop that out, which is a little bit annoying. But what I can do is Birmingham battered. That's fine. Move Archie down a little bit so it's definitely an A. Download it. Sorry, I'm doing the behind the scenesy bits right now, which I know look a little bit boring on your end, but it's I need to do them. Otherwise, it's an absolute pain. Thank you very much, LUFC Edits. Let's change that from Watchalong to Birmingham battered. Save the thumbnail change. If that's saved, let me know, because if it hasn't, we could be in with some problems, I think. But for now, seems to be fine, I think. That was a very weird game. There was like no tension towards the end of it because we just sort of won. That was very nice. So, what I tend to do when I'm doing these recordings is I will go onto a platform known as StreamYard and just do some jiggery poking on there. However, I am not able to StreamYard at the moment because I am working on OBS, and OBS and StreamYard are really not very good friends, so I'm going to stick with this. So, let's just get recording, get into a nice little sitting position. All of your comments, by the way, I will include in the post-match breakdown video thing, because I might as well, you know. Right, so gonna start the recording in a moment, except I'm not, because I want to get rid of this. Right, fine. I will go into Canva again. I'm having to think, and I'm really not good at that. So what I'm going to do is I am going to check my logo folder. Pick out that one. Remove the background from it. Shrinky dink it down. Bosh. Download it with a transparent background. Fantastic. Bosh. Happy Southampton have drawn. Was that full time? Because if it is full time, I'm allowed to be happy. If it isn't full time, I'm going to have a mental breakdown. Cheeky little mentee bee. Got to go now. Have a good rest of day. I will. Thank you very much, LUFC Editors. New image. Watchalong overlay. Logo. Go downloads. Move it into JP branding. Okay, that hasn't quite worked, but give me a minute and I will get rid of... That goes there. That goes there. Remove that. Bosh. This looks silly for now, but hey, it's my logo now. So, I'm going to start recording in a second. Quick match analysis, and then I think I'm going to get off. So if anyone has anything they want to add, send it. All fine by me. I just want to know what you guys have to say, to be honest with you. So, as normal, I always start this with any recordings I do. Say test, 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 words, words, test, words. Make sure the microphone's working, but it is because I've been streaming for a long time already. So I'm just going to start the recording now. Hello. Leeds United have just beaten Birmingham City 3-0 in a match that I'm sure no one expected to go as well as it did. So, out of the blocks, we had the team news, and the team news includes you. You're on my team if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, I'm really sad, but you could be. Just give it a go. I'm trying to push my subs count up as high as I can by my birthday. If you could help out with that, that'd be much appreciated. Aside from that, the actual team news, Christopher Clarkson came in because Carl Darlow had a dislocated thumb. I think, off the top of my head, that sounds about right. Glenn Kamara came in for Ilya Gruev. That makes sense because someone a little bit more playmaky is certain to work in this kind of match. I will see you later, Hattrick Bamford. For context for the video, I'm doing this at the end of my watch-along stream thing. Not Joe. Oh, you're staying, Hattrick Bamford. Okay, I got confused there. Yeah, Gruev out for Kamara makes sense. Someone a little bit more playmaky. At right back, Archie Gray came in for Jed Spence. This confused a few people, but I think throughout the match it makes sense because he brings a little bit more solidity because of his midfield experience. Up top is where I think the biggest, most controversial change is. Patrick Bamford came in for Joel Pirou. A lot of people were angry at this, and they were proven quite wrong because it changed the structure of the team. Patrick Bamford at centre forward is, I think, a better striker in terms of positioning and team structure than Joel Pirou. Pat Bamford is someone that is really very good at pressing their lines but staying at the top of the pitch. That's something that Pirou doesn't necessarily do. Pirou is happy to sort of float in a little bit behind. He's not at the very start of an attacking move. Whereas on the contrary, Pat Bamford at the top, and it gives Rutter a lot more space behind. Rutter played in a very free role in this match. He was able to not only sort of sit in the number 10, but he drifted out to both wings, and he made their midfield incredibly confused because he was all over the place all the time, and he was giving them something to think about. And I think that is probably, in my opinion, the most important change that we made going into this match. We just converted things a little bit. We sort of tried to confuse them, and Farke's rotation in this was very, very good, in my opinion. In my player ratings form, which I'm going to pop down below in the description, You can let me know what you thought of all the players of Daniel Farke, but I think Farke had a very good game today. That's just my opinion, but I think he made all the right choices. Another change to the team, basically, because it happened fairly early on, was Junior Firpo came on for Sam Byram. People, both in my chat and in Twitter and in various messaging groups that I'm in, lost their mind because it's Junior Firpo. Firpo isn't as good as Sam Byram. Take it back right now. Junior Firpo, 2 assists in this match, and he was incredibly good. He was unlucky to not get another one. Could have had a goal, but he was a little bit unfortunate with the fact that Dan James was also coming steaming in for a shot. I think I like Firpo now. It's a weird position to be in. And it's sort of a hard game to analyse, I think, because I didn't take too many notes because I was doing this watch along. And I think the best way to put it is the way that Has Haribo put it. I'm just pleased we won. We've had so much time recently of coming into a match, being absolutely petrified and not getting the result that we honestly deserved. And this time changed things. This time, Birmingham played in some weird low block, but also simultaneously pressing hybrid whilst trying to play out from the back, and it didn't work for them in the slightest. But we took advantage of the opportunities that we got, which is something that we can't say for the past few weeks. We couldn't say that against Preston because we didn't take advantage. We couldn't say that against West Brom because West Brom beat us. This match sort of showed to me that what we tend to struggle against, being that lower block, is something that we can now beat. Something that Daniel Farke has learned a lesson from and said, we can always change things up a little bit. We can always sort of convert the way that we play football. We can bring on Bamford so that frees up Ruter into that looser role behind so we can create those chances. One of Firpo's assists came from a very, very nice ball from Ruter, and that happens with Bamford on the pitch. And it doesn't happen with Piru because things get a bit too congested. I think it was pretty good. Anyway. I will do a little bit more of an in-depth tactical video tomorrow, I think. For now, I just want to say that I'm quite relieved. I think we did quite well in this match. I think this was a very easy stumbling block, especially considering the whole Wayne Rooney thing. And we dealt with it. We dealt with it admirably, and the players responded to a very active, very upbeat Elland Road. I've not really got that many words at the moment, except I'm very, very glad that things did not go as badly as they could have done. You're right, Patrick Bamford. No one is saying it, but that is completely fine, because the chat was really nice throughout this watch-along, and I sort of hope you guys can pop in for the next watch-along. That's much appreciated. Anyway, to the YouTube video, I will do a little bit more of an in-depth tactical piece tomorrow, in my opinion. The defence was spectacular as well. They barely had any chances. Christopher Claassen, I thought, could have been a point of weakness, but wasn't in the slightest. He dealt with everything absolutely excellently. Very happy with that match. Team selection was on point. Tactics were on point. And yeah, let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed, like the stream if you are currently on the stream. Subscribe if you're not yet. I'm trying to push my subscriber count up as high as I can to try and get monetized by my birthday. That'd be absolutely fantastic. And I'm not sorry, Joe. That's completely fine. And yeah, tactical video tomorrow. Player ratings form down below. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you later. And that was the recording. And it might take a moment to finish recording. That's completely fine. And I reckon I might call it there for the evening. I have something to eat for tea. I've not decided what yet. I will hope it will be absolutely delicious. Maybe pizza, maybe a Chinese. A nice, delicious dinner to celebrate the fact that we managed to beat Birmingham. So, thank you very much, Patrick Bamford. I will see you in the next one. I will probably do a Football Manager stream at some point in the next few days. I might be able to pop into Just Joe's stream at some point soon. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. I will be seeing you next time. See you later.